And Russia, yes, Russia is becoming more and more open. Check out the Telegram channel where the Deputy General, Mr. Sobolev, is candidly talking about how they will restore the USSR through bloodshed, breaking the world over their knee. And how he worries that if this doesn't work out, they will lose the country. Well, the worries of an idiot general are justified. They're understandable. He's afraid that the comfortable and familiar world he personally lives in a world of delusion, lawlessness, and violence might just suddenly blam and disappear. He's afraid for a country where a cannibal can breathe so freely. It's interesting that all these Soviet nostalgists, all these individuals, have no doubt whatsoever that this game is worth the candle and that the environment that is comfortable for them personally must be preserved at any cost. And the price is enormous. To maintain this so-called Russian world that they hold so dear, you have to pay year after year, decade after decade, with millions of corpses, with repression, devastation, wars, humiliation, the degradation of the people, endless crimes, and essentially the eternal misery of the people. Absolutely no one derives any joy from this whole superpower. And if all these payments in corpses and wars were to stop, well, yes, then the Russian world would truly collapse. Because there are simply no other ways to prolong its existence. And to the question, so what is it even needed for then? There is no answer to that question, and no one will give you one. That question stumps even, let's say, people like Sobolev, and it's clear that eternal war, eternal rot, that is the price of the Russian world. This disgraceful St. Petersburg International Legal Forum, which has become a concentration of madness, the very madness that has already irreversibly saturated Russia through and through. It's obvious that all of this will only intensify, that degradation, degeneration, stupidity, and foolishness will continue to grow. And what is the point of existence for this vast, corrupt system called Russia, built on lies, tears, and malice? Well, there doesn't seem to be any point at all. It's absolutely unclear. There's no indication what the planet gets in return. It's obvious that this is somehow far too costly and pointless. Completely costly and completely pointless. And now everything starts to revolve around this dreadful furnace. Because even when we see the very same Sobolevs, we wonder where they come from. Well, I suspect that after all, in the Kremlin, though I haven't seen it myself or been present there, is a secret contest for fools where they show an ordinary button to a person. And the one who can't identify what it is or name the object after 3 tries becomes a governor. And whoever can't guess it after 5 tries becomes a minister, or, well, at the very least, a general. After all, with all this, there is a constant reference to history as, of course, evil needs roots. Evil, violence, and stupidity need roots. They need tradition. They always try to justify the awfulness of the present with the awfulness of the past. And they present misery and ruin not as a misfortune, but as a tradition. As if to say, the past was the same, so we can repeat it. Truth, freedom, scientific progress, and comfort do not need to be justified by history. All the more so, they do not need any references to the dark experiences of ancestors, to people who, in any case, were at a much lower level of development, since they had less knowledge, fewer technologies, and less experience. Truth, freedom, and science need nothing at all except the present and a little bit of the future. Well, history is tolerable, but only as an amusing sauce to laugh at.